It was supposed to be sunny today, but it's very solidly cloudy outside, so they lied. Hello everyone, it is Samantha and I hope you guys are having a lovely day. I'm excited about today's video because it is my Q&A answers as well as my giveaway announcement. So on the 10th of May, I celebrated not only my 4-year YouTube anniversary, but it was also my celebration of reaching 15,000 subscribers, which, you know, still kind of blows my mind that there's like 15,000 people out there in the world who have hit subscribe. That's crazy, yo. So I wanted to celebrate both of these milestones with a Q&A and a giveaway. So first with the giveaway information, it's going to be international. It is open to you if you're 18 or older, have your parents' permission, and it is going to be done through Book Depository. So what that means is you're going to have to be comfortable with giving me your address so I can ship you your book if you win. It'll be any book if you're choosing from Book Depository, and I'm going to be choosing a winner from one of the comments down below, so just be sure to leave a comment, and then I'm going to use a random comment generator picker thing to choose one of the comments, and then I will contact you. The giveaway will be open until the 2nd of June. The 2nd of June, I will choose a winner for the giveaway. So those are all the information. So that is all the information for the giveaway. I'll also leave it down in the description box in case you are curious with how it will work. And yeah, so hopefully one of you guys will be receiving a very exciting book from Book Depository. So that is it for all of the deets on the giveaway, which is always very exciting. And now I'm going to jump into answering your guys' questions. So without further ado, let us answer these Q&A questions. So the ever lovely Anita asked me which Arthurian legend stories are my favorites and where I would recommend to start. My favorites always have to do with Gawain. I don't know what it is about Gawain, but it's funny too because he can be a very different character depending upon which retelling you're reading, but he's usually a little bit of like a ladies' man, like kind of smart-assy and just, you know, how do I put this? Arrogant, I suppose I would say. But I don't know what it is about his story, but I always enjoyed the ones featuring Gawain. Lancelot is probably one of my least favorite characters from Arthurian legends. I just don't like him. Maybe I just feel bitter about him stealing Guinevere, but he's never been my favorite. As for where I would suggest starting, I definitely always suggest starting with Gerald Morris's Squire's Tale series. They are middle grade, but they're really enjoyable. They're full of a lot of humor, and he's stuck pretty close to the original legends. And he has like a series of like 10 books that feature a bunch, each book features like a different legend from the Arthurian cycle. So I definitely recommend his books. Plus they're like super quick reads and they're just a lot of fun. Laura asked me if I have ever read Terry Pratchett. I have not yet. He is just on my never-ending list of authors whose books I still need to read. I need to get into it. Sometime, at some point in my life, I will finally read Terry Pratchett. Foxclaws asked me if I could go back 4 years to the start of my YouTube career, if there was advice that I would give to myself. That's a tough one. I think I would tell myself not to pay so much attention to the numbers and like thumbs down and like just the negative aspects of YouTube, because it's really, really easy to get sucked into like watching your numbers grow and or not grow, as the case may be, and like comparing yourself to other people. And I would just go back and tell myself, like, don't focus on that. Like, just focus on doing this because you enjoy it. Don't focus so much on the numbers and like the negative comments that you might get and all of the thumbs down, because they really don't matter. And in the grand scheme of YouTube algorithms, thumbs down and even negative comments are just as important for your stats as are thumbs up and nice comments, because the YouTube algorithm is just going to be looking at like the number of thumbs up or down and comments. So which is kind of, you know, a funny thing to just kind of remind yourself when you're feeling kind of down about that sort of a thing. But I think that would be the biggest advice that I would give to not only myself, but anybody who's new to YouTube. Lindsay asked me, aside from fantasy, what other genres do I enjoy? I really enjoy classics. I think classics would be my second favorite genre after fantasy. Just like old books I just love, because it's like seeing a piece of our history, the world's history, through the eyes of somebody who was living it. I think that's the thing that I love about classic literature the most. And then after classics, I would say science fiction would be my third favorite. I'm not really big onto the contemporary genres or thrillers or horrors or things like that. But those are probably my top 3 favorite genres of books. Allison asked me if there was a book that I reread years after I first read it and had a different feeling about it later, as in was it a book I enjoyed and I ended up not liking later, or vice versa. And let me think. Yes, there was one, The Black Cauldron, The Pre-Dane Chronicles by Lloyd Alexander. I started to reread it a couple years ago and I loved that series when I first read it. I was probably like 13 or 12 when I first read that series. But when I reread it, it was not as enjoyable as I remember it being, and I think part of that is just age. I think I'm just outgrew the story a little bit in the writing. I mean, it's still a fun story, and there's still that nostalgic factor of that series for me, but I definitely did not enjoy it as much as I remembered enjoying it. Emily asked me what I think about Amazon producing a new Lord of the Rings series, and I'm not happy. I'm just not happy at all. Obviously that series has a very close place to my heart. I've said it like a million times on this channel, and if you're a regular viewer, you're probably tired of hearing this, but it was this story that got me into reading fantasy. So it just means a lot to me in general. And I think Peter Jackson's rendition of The Lord of the Rings is probably the pinnacle for me. Like, it was well done. I mean, yes, there were aspects of it that I did not enjoy, but overall, I would say it's probably one of my favorite book to movie adaptations, and it was, for the most part, one of the most faithful that I've seen done, aside from The Princess Bride. So, don't get me started on The Hobbit, however. I hate his Hobbit movies. They should never have been 3 movies. I will forever be bitter. And the love triangle thing going on, just no. Okay, so we're not going to talk about the Hobbit movies, but in terms of The Lord of the Rings, I just feel like Amazon could choose another book series. There are so many out there that are immensely popular, and they could have chosen one of those to do. I just feel like The Lord of the Rings is just becoming more and more overdone, and I feel like they're just trying to find their Game of Thrones. But I just feel like there's other series that are more deserving of this kind of attention, particularly since The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, I feel like have been kind of beaten to death over the past decade. So yeah, I'm a little bitter about it, not gonna lie. But will I watch it? Probably. Sarah from Sarah Night Owl asked me several lovely questions. One of those being, do you think people who are named Sarah are the coolest? I do, because I definitely know many awesome Sarahs, yourself included, so of course I do. And she also asked if I'm proud to be a Hufflepuff. Yes, I am. It is a house that I definitely feel the most closely aligned to. It definitely aligns with my personality. Plus, they're next to the kitchens, and let's be real here, out of all the houses, I'd want to be next to the kitchen. Music Bookaholic asked me which Doctor I would want to be a companion to. Definitely the 10th Doctor. I have watched all of the Doctors, and David Tennant will always be my favorite. I don't know what it is about his Doctor, but I just loved him, so I would definitely want to be a companion to his Doctor. And if I had to choose a companion, if I was a Doctor, if I had to choose a companion, it would definitely be Donna, because she is and always will be my favorite Doctor Who companion, and she is so underrated. Nobody ever talks about her, but she was fantastic. And season 4, you can fight me on this, is the best. Out of New Who and Old Who, I will always love season 4 of New Who so much. Evakata asked me what was the first fantasy book I ever read and who introduced it to me. As I said a little bit ago, the Lord of the Rings trilogy would be the series that introduced me to fantasy, and my parents introduced me to it. They had me read it when I was about 11 years old, and I just became obsessed. Like, the rest is history. After that point, I could not get enough of fantasy, and I loved it so much. I would reread it almost every single year, that whole trilogy, until I hit college. So yes. A Serial asked me if I've ever read the Maze Runner series. I have not, and I probably won't. I don't really care for dystopian fiction, and the premise, I'm not completely sold on it. I just don't think I would enjoy it. So I have not read it, and I really don't intend to read it either. Berta asked me like a general question kind of about my background, education, etc. Let me see, what can I say? I was homeschooled from the ages of about 10 until high school. I had my freshman year at the high school, and then I was homeschooled again. There's various reasons for that, primarily because of really bad teachers. I was actually the only one. I have 2 older sisters, and I was the only one homeschooled. I went to Portland State University, and I graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration Accounting. So I work in the finance field. I'm an accountant. I have been doing that. I graduated, oh my God, my 7-year graduation anniversary is coming up next month, which blows my mind. I can't believe I graduated from university 7 years ago. Just like, where did the time go? I come from a very close-knit family, very close with my parents and my sisters, and I couldn't ask for anything better. And I come from a family of Christmas lovers and book lovers, so like, clearly it's great. I love it. Bree asked me if I could live in any fantasy author's world, what author and series would I pick, as well as what strength or power do I want to have. I'm gonna have to say Robin Hobbs, because I love the realm with elderlings. I mean, it's a realm that has dragons and it has intrigue and there's ships, and like, not only bad things, but good things happen too. And if I would want my character to have the wit, because if you have the wit, you can commune with animals. And ever since I've read Tamara Pierce's Wild Magic Quartet, I have wanted to speak to animals. I wanted that power. So I would definitely choose Robin Hobb's Realm with Elderlings and the ability to speak to animals and have the wit. All right, guys, that's it for today's Q&A and giveaway announcement video. Hope you guys enjoy seeing me answer some of your questions and all that good stuff. Again, be sure to leave a comment down below if you guys would like to be entered into the giveaway. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Until next time, happy reading. Bye!